I remember one day, the prophetess, the woman of God, First Lady, called me. Um, and this was during a time when I was in nursing school. And at some point in nursing school, it gets really, really hard. It's like the fifth semester of school. You get slammed with everything, assignment after assignment, exam after exam, clinical after clinical. And I was in the thick of it. And I remember one day she calls me and I answer, and she's like, "Hi, how are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, well, I'm learning to do well." And we had little sayings in the cult. So one of them was, "I'm learning to do well." Another one was, when we left each other, we would say, "May the Lord watch between me and thee while we are absent one from another." We would say that to each other before we left. And another one was, "All I know is what he said." And at first, it was, "All I know is what he said," as in God. But then it turns into, "All I know is what he said," as in the man of God. So I said, "I'm learning to do well." And I knew that she was on the phone, but she wasn't the only one on the phone. And what I mean is, most of the time, when someone is on the phone in the cult, there's others listening, but they're on mute. And I knew that we weren't the only ones on the phone. So I was like, okay, let me watch what I say, because anything that I say will be twisted against me. So she's like, "Okay, I'm glad you're learning to do well. You're doing good. I'm just checking because you haven't been staying after church to clean." So they would have the single women stay to clean after church. And there was only 2 times out of the 12 years that I didn't stay to clean because I had exams. I had a family dinner right after church that I had to go to. So I didn't stay to clean. She was right. I didn't stay. And I was like, "Oh, I apologize. I've had so much going on." And she said, "Okay, I just want you to know that your actions are like a virus, and we can't allow this virus to spread." And she said, "Your actions are like an infection, and we can't allow the virus to spread." And I was taken aback, if I'm going to be honest with you. Out of everything, the verbal abuse, the spewing curses on us, out of everything, that is what hurt me to my core. And she then proceeded to say, "I love you." And love doesn't always look like what you want it to look like. And I did not say it back, because I was like, "You love me, but it kind of sounds like you hate me right now." So I just let her keep talking, and she said it again, "I love you." And I said, "Thank you for calling." And we ended the line. And I immediately remember going to my sister and apologizing to her. And I said, "I just want to say, I am so sorry for bringing you into this ministry. I am so sorry." And I started breaking down crying, because I was so to my brim with everything that I was being told. I mean, if we did something wrong, the man of God, "Oh, don't come running to me if cancer hits your body. Oh, you don't want to do what I say? Okay, let cancer hit your body and then see if I was right." Just anything and everything. It was like an onslaught of ridicule. I remember one time I took a sister in Christ home, and I had told two of the prophets. I told the personal prophetess, who was the former first lady, and then the then prophet. And I said, "Hey, I'm taking sister so and so home. I'll be back," because we had a church leadership meeting right after church. So I said, "I'll be right back for this meeting." And as I'm I take her home. I stop at Walgreens. As I'm in the Walgreens, they're calling me like, Chief wants to know where you're at. Chief wants to know where you're at. And I was like, I just told you I was going to take somebody home. I get on the line because we had to call in if we weren't there. I get on the line and all I hear is, where is she? Where is she? And everyone's, I don't know. And I told two people where I would be. And the chief apostle, okay. Y'all want to play games? It's not the devil you should be afraid of. You should be afraid of me. And I felt so much betrayal in that moment, which I've since forgiven. But I just knew this is not the will of God for my life.